Hi, welcome to the Houseflippingspreadsheet.com. You are watching a quick video tutorial on how to use the repair cost calculator. For the purpose of this video tutorial, we're assuming that you've already filled out the info sheet to set up your rehab project. You've already gone out to the project site and evaluated the property with your inspection checklist, and now you're ready to put together a detailed repair cost estimate using the repair cost calculator. I'm going to run through a quick estimate for a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, about 1600 square foot property, and show you how quickly and easily you can put together a detailed repair cost estimate for a typical rehab project. And then after I get done, I'm going to show you some of the other cool features that you can use to help analyze the cost data and do some DIY evaluation on the project. So let's get started. As you can see, we've got the repair cost calculator broken down into different scopes of work. The first scope of work is general conditions or general requirements. These are the typical requirements that are required on a typical construction project or rehab project, but don't necessarily get attributed to any scope of work. So this will be dumpsters, rekeying the house, material deliveries, final cleaning, and staging. We're going to move on to demolition. The house needs quite a bit. We're going to go ahead and gut the bathrooms, the kitchen, tear out all the flooring. I'm going to go ahead and plug in 32 hours for demolition. The property does not need any structural concrete repairs. No concrete or flat work. No masonry or siding. The deck does need a little bit of work. As you can see, we do have some different work items here. I'm going to go ahead and just plug in $1,500 to refurbish the existing deck. Basically, we're just going to replace a few boards and replace the railing on the deck. Roofing, the house does need a new roof. It looks like it needs about 20 squares of roofing. As you can see, when I do that, I'm inputting the quantity in the quantity column. We've got the unit description or unit of measure, and then you've got the unit prices. So this is the labor and equipment column, so the $150 per square for labor and then $100 per square for material. Multiplied out gives us $3,000 total for labor and $2,000 total for material, for a total budget for the roof of $5,000. And as you can see, when I also do that, we've got this budget breakdown by scope. So all those numbers are totaled up here at the top, so that way you can have a summary of your repairs as you're going through your estimate. And then you'll also see over here, budget breakdown by area. The exterior repairs so far have totaled $6,500, and then we've also got a breakdown here by labor, material, and sub. And then I'll get into what these buttons are going to do here shortly after I get through the entire estimate. So then you've got your exterior doors. We're going to go ahead and throw in 2 new steel entry doors, French patio door, 3 new deadbolts. The house needs 10 new windows. And if I know that I'm only spending about $125 per window and maybe $75 for the install, you can go ahead and tweak those unit prices here. The garage doors are in good shape. We are going to plug in some money for some new landscaping, so we're going to plug in some small shrubs and plantings, about 8 of those, some larger shrubs, 4, and then some mulch beds, and then some miscellaneous exterior improvements. Slap up some new shutters, a new address sign, and a new mailbox. Framing and drywall. The house does need a little bit of patching and skim coating. I'm just going to plug in an allowance for that. I'm going to plug in $1,500 in labor and material for patching and miscellaneous skim coating of the walls. Now we're at the kitchen section. So I do know we are going to replace the kitchen. We're putting in about 12 lineal feet of casework, new pantry cabinet, granite countertops, go with about 30 square feet, a new stainless steel sink bowl. We are putting in some new vanity cabinets. I know we're probably not going to end up spending $500. It might be more like $400. And then we can't forget the new cabinet door pulls. Let's put an allowance of $25 there. Doors and trim, so we are going to replace all the doors in the house. Based upon our inspection of the property, there's 12 that we need to replace. And then it seems like we always need an allowance of some new wood base in the property, so I am going to plug in about 200 lineal feet of wood base on the property. Carpet, it is about a 1,500 square foot house, and you'll notice there's a calculator button up here. This is what I use to calculate the square yardage. So let's say that there's about 1,000 square feet of carpet divided by 9. That gives us 111 square yards of carpet. Hardwood flooring, we are going to put hardwood flooring in the kitchen. Tiling, we're going to put up a mosaic glass backsplash in the kitchen, spice it up a little bit. The floor tile, we're going to put all new floor tile in the bathrooms. This is actually the shower tile, it looks like. Accent mosaic tile, floor tile. Painting, you can either, typically I like to price it by the gallon, so I know 20 gallons of exterior paint is probably what's going to be required for material, and then the interior painting maybe $1,500, exterior painting $1,500. So I'll throw in an allowance for the labor there. You can also price it by the unit price if you know what the square footage of the walls, ceilings, wood base are, etc. Appliances. And then plumbing, we are going to replace the hot water heater. We're going to put in a new faucet, garbage disposal, hook up the dishwasher, hook up the refrigerator, 2 bathroom faucets. We're going to put a new fiberglass tub in one, and we're going to put a shower stall or shower pan in the other. 2 new toilets, and then we need a shower kit. HVAC, the furnace is in good shape. The air conditioning is in decent shape, but I think it is going to need to be refurbished, so let's just plug in $500 there for the air conditioner to get a little work done to it, and then let's put in a programmable thermostat. Electrically, the house that we're looking at for this example, it actually has all aluminum wiring, so, and I've already gotten a quote from my electrician on that, so I'm just going to plug in $3,000 for rewiring the house. And then let's plug in some money for some light fixtures. And then finally, the final scope of work is accessories, furnishings, and staging. So bath accessories, bathroom mirrors, and window coverings. And then you can click this button over here to get back to the top. So now we're back up to general conditions at the top. And as you can see, our total budget for the project is $46,396. And we've got some breakdowns here as discussed before, and it gives you a breakdown of the labor, material, sub, breakdown by areas, and breakdown by scope of work. Labor, material, sub is a handy breakdown if you have a contractor who works for you and does the majority of your work, and you know that you're spending, I know our business spends maybe $16,000 to $18,000 per house on labor if it's a pretty extensive rehab. So I know right now, looking at our estimate, we're a little high on labor, so maybe I need to go back and evaluate my labor on the project. Material, $23,000, that also seems a little high to me based upon our cost history. And then sub is basically work that's above and beyond what your contractor is going to be performing. That's typically HVAC, maybe electrical, some of those specialty items that the general contractor won't perform. And then you've got your budget breakdown by area. So these are exterior repairs, kitchen, bathroom, flooring, and MEP systems. What you'll notice is these items here don't necessarily add up to 50 or 46,396. This is just the areas that we highlighted that are the most important areas of the property and the easiest ways to analyze it and most typical ways to analyze a rehab. So typically the average rehabber is going to know that they're only spending 8 to 9 grand on the kitchen, so you can evaluate what you're spending on your kitchen there. You can also evaluate what you're spending on your bathrooms. I know we're spending $2,500 to $3,000 per bathroom, so it looks like we're within that range. And then MEP systems, that's your mechanical, electrical, plumbing systems. What I will note, and I'd like to click on one of these buttons for you and basically show you what it does. If you click on kitchen, so let's say we want to reevaluate our kitchen estimate that we put together because we think it's a little bit higher than our average. We'll click on the kitchen button and it's going to pull up all of the work items that are within the kitchen estimate and area of the project. So based upon what I'm looking at here, I do notice that we have the appliances look a little high. Maybe for this type of remodel, maybe it's, whoops. So it looks like the refrigerator budget might be a little high, the dishwasher might be a little high. Let's go back up to the cabinets. It looks like our casework, we're spending maybe $3,000. That seems about right. So let's reset this and it'll bring back all of our repair items. Let's say we want to evaluate a specific scope of work item. So why don't we look at doors and windows? That one looks like we're spending quite a bit of money there, and I'm not sure why. It looks like we are spending about 2 grand on windows on the property. And then we also are purchasing a patio door, so maybe that's fine. Where are we spending the rest of our money? Electrically, we're spending quite a bit. Plumbing, we're spending quite a bit. So what you can see is these budget breakdowns by scope of work, these buttons here, it makes for an easy way to evaluate the overall budget and maybe tweak some numbers to come up with a repair cost estimate that you feel comfortable with. So that way you can make the best offer you can for the property, so that way you minimize your risk, but you also don't miss out on any potential rehab opportunities and lose out on potential profits for your business. One final feature I think that I'd like to highlight for you is the DIY savings feature over here. Basically what the DIY savings feature does for you is it allows you to analyze your project as if you were doing some work yourself. So let's say you want to get your hands dirty and save a little bit of money on demo. You'll place an X next to the demo item, and what you'll notice, right now we have $400 in there, but now once I've placed that X in there, it eliminated the labor of that column and it shifted that over to DIY savings. So we're going to be saving $400 there for doing the demo ourselves. Why don't we go ahead and take a look at the cabinets and countertops. Let's say that we're going to install the kitchen cabinets to save a little bit of money. We'll go over here and we'll put an X next to the base upper cabinets and pantry, and then we'll also install the door pulls. So as you can see, it's showing us that we're going to save $895 in the kitchen just by doing that work ourselves. And let's do one final one, the hardwood flooring. That's something that I've done before. So let's say that we can save some money on that scope of work right there. We'll put an X next to the hardwood floors. We're going to be saving $750 on that work item. And overall, after you reset the spreadsheet, you can see we're going to be saving $2,045 overall on the remodel just by self-performing some of those work items ourselves. And then if you click the DIY savings button, it's going to sort your estimate and show you all of the items that you're going to be DIYing or self-performing yourself. So that's another handy feature just to show you what you have assumed that you're going to be DIYing. So that pretty much summarizes the repair cost calculator. My battery's about to die, so hopefully that was a good synopsis for you to get an idea of how valuable the repair cost calculator can be for you and your rehabbing business. If you have any questions, feel free to contact customer support or shoot us an email. So appreciate you watching. Thanks.